we ought to pray for our country. We ought to pray. The Bible says that pray for those who are in leadership that you might live peaceably. I care for the direction of this country, not just because of how it affects me, but I care for the direction of this country because it also affects my children and later on my grandchildren, right? And you see the divide that exists in our country. It's okay to disagree. It's going to be okay to disagree. I've learned this, and I would encourage every husband and wife. This is something that we practice in our marriage. Is sometimes we disagree, but I don't have a right before God to say anything to hurt her. I don't have a right. I don't have a right to say something to her that saying I'm sorry doesn't clear it. If I say something that even when I say I'm sorry, later on it's on her mind, I can't believe he said that. Is this making sense to everybody? Okay. So it's okay to disagree. Okay. The Bible says that of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. From the abundance of the heart. It's not just talking about you say verbally, but what people type. And when you see, and this should hurt the heart of the church, when you see people celebrating the death of somebody, that's not just random speaking, that's something talking about the condition of the heart. Our nation needs healing. Our nation needs healing. It doesn't matter. I was never into basketball. Right? Let me take that back. In my older age, I wasn't into sports. But I remember even when Kobe Bryant passed away, because of his influence in society, it's like, oh, wow, that hurt. I cared about his children. I didn't care. I mean, I couldn't tell you one stat. I couldn't tell you 0 stats about what he did. But you think about his children. You think about, and it's not about agreeing with anybody. But when people can celebrate death, it is saying that there's a sickness in the soul of a man. Because the Bible says, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Is everybody good today? And I would encourage this church family, again, this is not my message today, but we need to pray for our country. And in fact, the church needs to take a greater responsibility for the spiritual condition of society, of culture. The church ought to be, it needs to take, we need to pray more for our schools. We need to pray, not complain about what we disagree about, but we need to start praying about it. Everybody good today? And again, I just want to share that we don't live with our heads in the sand, but we need to be aware that this is spiritual. This is not, it has nothing to do with the political leaning, even though that does matter. But it doesn't matter. That's not why. Everybody good today? There's a spirit of the enemy that wants to kill, steal, and destroy. Steal, kill, and destroy. That doesn't come from God. The spirit that wants to kill, steal, and destroy is the devil.